Hello, my name is Gabriel Labe. I'm from the class 941 from El Colegio San Beato, and today I will be doing my third experiment for my chemistry lab. So for this lab, our materials will be empty matchbox, a tablespoon, salt, sugar. If you have one, I think it's better to use a calculator just for not doing all those multiplications by yourself, and a ruler to be measuring the matchbox. And I use this cup so then I would count the tablespoons that we'll be doing later. But first, let's focus on the first objective. So for this first part, as I said, we will be first measuring the empty matchbox by the length, width, and height. So then we could find the volume later. So first, we will be doing our length. So I'm gonna put the ruler near the box, and I'm gonna measure it, and it's 11 centimeters. Right. We got our length. Now we'll be measuring our width. So we'll be putting the ruler in this part of it, and our width is approximately 6.4, 6.3. Yeah, 6.3. And now for our last, we will be doing our height. So now we will just put it here. As you can see, we got around 2.6, 2.7. 2.7 is our width. Sorry, our height. Ready. We got our measures. Now, as I said before, we will be getting our volume by doing an equation: y equals a times b times c. But to explain it better, we'll be doing y equals the length times the width times the height. So we will be doing 11 centimeters times 6.3 centimeters times 2.7 centimeters. And this should give us, or will give us, 187.11 centimeters cubed. Why cubed? Because we multiplied centimeters 3 times, so that will give us cubed. So now, with all of this knowledge, we have finished with the matchbox. Now, as the experiment says, we will be using the tablespoon to pour salt inside the matchbox, occupying the whole volume of the matchbox. Okay. We have approximately got the full volume of the salt, but I think we could keep going. Try not to make a mess during this experiment. Okay. Now we have the full volume of the matchbox, full of salt. So now, as the experiment says, we will be finding out, we have searched in the internet the density of a salt that is equal to 2.16 grams per centimeters cubed. So now we will be, with all this information, we will be finding the mass using an equation m equals d times v. So we have our density and we have our volume, because the volume of the matchbox is 187.11 centimeters cubed. But we have to find the mass for the matchbox with the salt on. Because we have filled the whole volume with salt, that means that salt has the same volume as the matchbox. So that makes it pretty easy for us to calculate. So now we just have to calculate our 2.16 grams per centimeters cubed times the 187.11 centimeters cubed to find our mass of the matchbox of salt. So we calculate all of this and we get 404.15 grams. Why grams, and what happened with the centimeters cubed? Because the centimeters cubed canceled each other and there was only grams because of the density. Now we have finished this. Now we will be putting the salt in this container, but as the experiment said, we will count all of our all of our spoons and see how many tablespoons we had.